Hi, welcome back to a new part of our tutorial to build an e-bike. Today we want to go on with our wheels there. You see that is from the back wheel, from the front wheel. We want to build that. So we have last time did this here, and now we make the middle one. So we add mesh cylinder. 32 is okay, scale down. Rotate X 90 degrees. Then we scale them in Y, such like that. And you see we must make holes in there, many holes. So we get here a Shift D for copy and scale that down to the size of one hole, such like that. Yes. Then we make here an apply rotation scale from this one to apply rotation scale. Now we want to make this here longer in the Y, scale Y. Object, apply rotation scale. We give them our cutting material. That was material, the red one, called material, I think. Must look what it is, but I think that is it. We wait a short time. There it is white, but I don't think it is white real. Okay, then we make here fast a new one. I see that here brings nothing. So we make here new material, give them red. So it's only to see it better when we cut that here to the object. So we have that, and that is our middle point. That is important. So when we get there, we must say the middle point is this point here. So we say the origin of this object should be the 3D cursor. So set origin to 3D cursor. So now we want to spin around. So we go here in the edit mode, and then we say under tools, there is the spin tool, and then we can give here the steps that should be 16, and the angle should be completely around, so 360 degrees, and that is what we need. So you have that, and now we want to cut that out of this ring here, this cylinder. Yeah. So we need on this cylinder modifier called the Boolean modifier. They need an object, so we need this here as an object. And before we can use that, we must apply the rotation scale of it, set the origin to geometry. Then we get the name of it. The name is cylinder 17. It is here, cylinder 17. So when we go to the Boolean, we search cylinder 17. That is here, and we must here get the operation difference between the one and the second. Click apply, and then we have cutted holes in there. That is what we need. So we have did that one, and the other ones are the same in different sizes. So we can bring that both to the third layer, because second layer there's too many. So we have that one, and then we need a smaller one on the other side, and here some smallers too. So we need all in all Shift D one that is a little smaller, such like that. And then for the front, Shift D, we take that here and small it a little, and Shift D, give them a copy of that. So we have that. So next is file, save. We want to make here this profile of the wheel. So I rotate it a little bit that we see it from top, what we must build. We must build here this one, that one, and this rest, and it should be arrayable. So the only way to do such things is a Bezier curve. I know you hate them, but we must use them. Curve, Bezier curve, rotate X 90 degrees, scale down, and bring it a little in the front. Then we grab it and position it at the top part for the start. Then edit mode, grab the middle point and bring it to the end of the roundness. Correct the angle. Then middle point, E to extrude, point it before the roundness, get that a little bit back. Then middle point, extrude end of the roundness, correct the banding, middle point, extrude to the end of all, get the floating correct. Then we go extrude to the other side, correct this bending. So we grab and then we have this bending. Okay, so we can go from here to the start of the next roundness, control the float, then extrude and go to the end of the roundness, correct the float. It's every time the same, nothing special. And so we go on and on and on. Extrude before the roundness. Then we get a middle point in, because when we make it directly it can be a little bit too much or too less. So I extrude and bring one middle point in, and then it's easier to handle. Then we mark the middle point, hold it shift, right click on the second middle point, and then F to close, like in meshes. Then we adjust it a little, that it looks a little bit more nature. So that looks for me good. That is one part we build it. Now we have to build this little thing there, and then the rest. Good. So we start here, click left to set the 3D cursor. There where is the 3D cursor, there appears what we add to the scene. So we add a Bezier curve again, rotate X 90 degrees, scale down, bring it in front, rotate X 90 again. Ah, okay. It was only my computer strike, so good. Then we set it to the start of the roundness, edit mode, middle point, set it to the end of the roundness, control the flow. Then middle point, extrude to that part. Here we can make it a little bit more banded. So okay, then from here extrude to this down point, correct the float, extrude to the start of the roundness, that's there, grabbing positioning. Here we have that, extrude to the end of the roundness, correct the float, and then middle point, shift other middle point, F to close. So we have done these two guys here. Now we need one step from that thing here, and then we can array that, and then we bake their normal, and then we put it on the wheel. So we start here, click left there, add curve, Z curve, rotate X 90, scale down, then grabbing positioning, grab to the end of the roundness, correct the float, then middle point, extrude to that point. Good. Then we go straight to, so extrude to the back and correct the angle there, angle. Then we have that. Then we go here, middle point from the top part to this point, and then we go from that point to that middle point, F to close. Here we need to go near to get that sharp float. Same as here, and here is something wrong banded, yes, so. And to get that more sharp here, we bring that point near, and then we have a straight line. Good, that looks a little bit wired all in all, but we can tweak that after we convert that curves as meshes. So we take these three guys here, bring them out, then Shift D, make a copy. So now we convert them as mesh, so Alt C, mesh from curve, that we make with all this, and now we have normally meshes as all others. Well, now we can better correct that, so we can now here mark the down line and scale set 0, and then it's straight. The same here with up part, box selection with B, and then mark this line, scale X 0, yeah, then it's that straight. And here is the same. Here we must look, there is something overlaying. That must be over them, and that must be under them. Good. So we can now take this line here and scale set 0 and bring that a little bit up. So we have now our meshes here, and we want to array them and bake them then as normal, I said before. Here these two lines I will make straight to. So we get here, select that whole line and scale X0 and bring that a little out. So we got that, and same as here, we get that, scale X0 and bring it there too. Good, we have done that. Now we make a copy of that, Shift D, Now we make 3D meshes from them, and you see they are in different spaces. So we bring them all over the other. Good. Then we close that. So select all, F to close. Then the other one, F to close. Edit mode, mark all with A, F to close. Now we get all these three and join them together as one. So under tools is join. Then Shift D, make a copy. So we have now that. Then we go edit mode and extrude to the Y. So we have now the deep part 2. And that we can bake now. But before we do that, we make the top parts a little bit smaller than the down part. So we get more this 3D effect for the baking. Here too. Good. And this whole thing too. But scale X here more, because that is another than the round stuff. Good. We have done that. Here is important on this side that it goes over to the normal wheel. So here this down line must be more out to fade that out to the normal material. So that means we take that line here, the down line, and bring them out so that it flows to the normal material. The profile goes down to. That same we must do this part here. So we mark that line and bring them to that size there. Good. We have done that. Shift D, another copy of that. Then we can make another copy. Shift D. Then we apply the rotation of the scale. Then we use here the mirror, the interactive mirror. Hold the middle mouse button and move the mouse. Then you see it gets mirrored. So now we have that. We bring now them both together and join them as one. And now we have the possibility to array that for the profile on the wheel. So first we apply the rotation scale again. Then we set the origin to the geometry. Then Shift D, make a copy of them. Then we take here an array on it. So add modifier array, not in this direction, so not in the X, so make here 0. We want to have it in the set, so we give here 1, and you see it comes over. Now we must go a little bit deeper, so we increase that size to such like that. Here now we can give them 100 or more, but we make it with 4 at the start. And then we want to bake that now. So for that, this here, Shift D, make a copy. Then we apply here the array modifier. So we have that. Then all this need an unwrap. So we have to mark all the back lines here. And mark seam them. That's here by shading, you know that, mark seam. On the other side too. Make here, here. The whole back sides there should be marked. Mark seam. And the top parts too. So we get that. So mark seam, and on the other side mark seam, and surely here the same. So mark seam and the back parts too. Mark seam. Okay. Last thing we must do is give there in each one edge where he can cut. So that's here, mark seam, then there, then here, here, and so on. And we make that to all the sides with all of these objects. So here, same. Good. Good. No, only now here, that one, and that we make with all them. So here and here, and down there, here and here, and again here and here. Good. That is enough. So that needs a material. So we go here to material and call it the wheel raster original orc. Good. Then we apply here the rotation scale again. We bring the origin to the geometry. Then we use here an unwrap from view. So we got that here in the UV image editor. Then we need here a plane before them. So we click here left to get the 3D cursor there. Then add mesh plane, rotate X 90 degrees, scale down. Now comes a little bit tricky thing. We go in mid set in the wireframe mode. Good. And now we must tweak that cube so that the end of that is the start of the next one, so that we can array that 1000 times and it always will be fine. So we take here the top line, and it must be here then in the middle of that. So it must be a little bit longer, I think, but it can be. Must look, that is a short one, there's a bright one. So when it is a little bit more in the middle, then it must be okay. So we go here and get this here more in the middle. So it comes to this line there. Okay, now we go to that point here. Now that is from this point to this point is the same, and it can be arrayed 1000 times. Good. And then we go back to material modes, and we make from that plane that we made an unwrap from view 2. Give them a material 2. We call it bake UV raster wheel. And it, yeah, good. That's good. And then we go here in our UV image editor. That is here, UV image editor. And we make here X, we don't want that. So we want a new one. So we make new. We give them a name. That later is the normal map from the raster and the wheel. So it can be an alpha, it can be black, that's all okay. Okay. Then, as we say last time, image here is a little star, so we must save that. Save as textures, our texture folder, then as PNG, RGBA, that is good, to 16, and save. Good, we have done that. Now we have these two materials from the original and from the plane, and there we must put on our UV picture. There he can put on the normal bake. So texture, image texture, and open textures and give them our PNG. Click on, be sure that is yellow line. Then from the plane the same, add texture, image texture, open textures and our PNG. Click on, it's yellow, all is fine. Good. Here we see we are a little bit too near, so we go a little bit back, that we complete behind the plane. So we have clicked first that one. We apply here the rotation scale of the plane again, because we changed them a little. So first click the original, second which hold shift, we click the plane. Then we go here to rendering, and there is an option bake, and we want to bake normal with no margin, and selected to active must be on. Then we click on bake, and here appears our our normal map. That is our normal map, because we haven't changed the size. That was our problem. So at first I take the original and make there an under shading, recalculate so all normals look in the same direction. Then we have it here, and we want to have it greater, so we bring it to the size that we have it on there with this line, and down part must be there too. So we grab it here, and now must be greater. Scale down. Yeah, that is it. Okay, so be sure that is that point. Good, now we can bake. So first that, shift that, and then bake. Good. Save the image. Raster wheel, that's okay. Save. And we try it once again. Here. That is too small. It must be as the whole picture is. So you unwrap from view bounds, then he takes the complete line. Now the original and the other one, and then bake again. Good. Don't know what happened. Maybe we must apply that before. So apply rotation scale, that one, and here too, apply rotation scale. That image must be saved, so save the image. Then we take them both and bake. Mystery. We have that, and we have that. That is absolutely okay. We have here one UV that is clicked on, that is okay too. So file, save. I will try it with a close and then make it again. Sometimes Blender hangs simply. Yeah, you see there's something mystery things going on. Yeah. Now we try to bake again. And now it works. Yeah, that is typically Blender. It's just a restart and then it works. Image, save as image, and that was all. We have our profile that we can bring on the wheel. So all that we don't need, we bring to the third layer. So M to move on the third layer. This here can be there too. Good. We have done enough for today. Don't forget to save that. And next time we put it then on the wheel and make the wheel complete. So thanks for watching and see you in the next tutorial. So bye.